Wouldn't it be funny if you walked into a pharmacy, grabbed a bottle of glucosamine, and said to the lady that you're using this particular supplement to extend your life? In this video, what I'm going to do is take a look at how glucosamine may be able to extend lifespan and act as a geroprotector in humans. So for those of you who are brand new to my channel, my name is Lucas, the founder of Ergogenic Health, and my mission is to bring you the most cutting edge health information that you'll struggle to find on Google. So please do me a favor and like this video and hit subscribe if you want to stay up to date with the latest and greatest health research. So what is glucosamine? Now, many of you may be familiar with this particular supplement. It's being used to treat arthritis pain, support joint discomfort. But basically, glucosamine sulfate is an oral supplement used in the management and treatment of osteoarthritis. Now, glucosamine can be taken in both tablet or capsule form. However, due to a lack of FDA approval, there is no validated effective dose for glucosamine. However, what you'll see is glucosamine sulfate is typically taken between 500 milligrams about 3 times a day. So here are some quick facts about glucosamine that I thought are worthwhile mentioning. Number 1, glucosamine is actually a natural molecule found in shellfish, fungi, and also in our own cartilage and skin. Glucosamine is commonly used for joint support, cartilage health, and bone support. It also induces the formation of new mitochondria by stimulating something known as mitochondrial biogenesis, which is something that's also shared amongst other flavonoids, for example, resveratrol, pterostilbene in blueberries, and even perhaps sulforaphane that also may be able to stimulate mitochondrial biogenesis. Glucosamine can also improve skin health and skin appearance, and its intake is associated with reduced mortality in humans, and that is what this video is all centered around, is how glucosamine may be able to reduce all-cause mortality in humans and potentially extend lifespan. It has been shown in numerous organisms that glucosamine can also extend lifespan. It can also mimic caloric restriction. It can slow or delay age-related low-grade inflammation or inflammaging. And glucosamine can protect against DNA damage. That's something that's often neglected when looking at selecting something that can improve healthy aging. And then also glucosamine can reduce some forms of cross-linking, and cross-linking of tissues makes them more stiff and also contributes to aging. So the first study that I really want to highlight was titled "Drug Screening Implicates Chondroitin Sulfate as a Potential Longevity Pill." Now, this study here, whilst it's not specifically glucosamine, what they're looking at is chondroitin sulfate, which is a glycosaminoglycan, which is often combined with glucosamine supplements. And what they highlighted was that in lifespan model of C. elegans, it holds the potential to become a geroprotective compound, just like metformin and spermidine, to promote health during human aging. So with that in mind, I want to now obviously focus our attention on the main topic, which is specifically glucosamine. Whilst you do see chondroitin sulfate and glucosamine used together in specific supplements, what I really want to look at is specifically glucosamine. And this particular study was titled "Associations of Regular Glucosamine Use with All-Cause and Cause-Specific Mortality, a Large Prospective Cohort Study." Now, in this large population-based cohort study involving 495,077 individuals, so just under 500,000 individuals, they found that regular glucosamine was significantly associated with a 15% lower risk of total mortality and 18% reduction for cardiovascular disease mortality, 6% reduction for cancer mortality, 27% for respiratory mortality, and 26% for digestive mortality. And so the authors basically concluded that, in summary, the results of this large-scale prospective cohort study shows that a considerable proportion of the UK population reported regular use of glucosamine supplements. We observed that regular use of glucosamine supplements is associated with lower mortality due to all causes, cardiovascular disease, cancer, respiratory diseases, and digestive disease. Now, what I really like here is that they're basically mentioning that further clinical trials and possibly pharmacological studies may increase our understanding of any potential benefit of glucosamine supplement use. So obviously this was not a randomized controlled trial, so this sort of evidence is not particularly strong. However, they did use a large population size or sample size. And so if we also take a look at some of the key effects that glucosamine appears to exert, we can see that there are many mechanisms at play in which glucosamine may be able to reduce the chances of dying prematurely and or improving health associated outcomes. So here are my biggest takeaways after reading this particular research. Obviously, observational study not as powerful as a randomized controlled trial, although it does suggest that glucosamine does appear to exert an anti-aging effect and or delay some of the ramifications or negative effects associated with aging. Now, due to its low cost, strong safety profile, I consider glucosamine as a versatile way to support healthy aging, particularly for those individuals who potentially have, a grandparent that suffered from osteoarthritis and they decide using glucosamine as a preventative or just for general joint health. It obviously has some strong evidence to support its use in improving joint articular cartilage and improving overall joint feel and reducing pain. So in that regard, we can sort of see that sort of population may be able to benefit from glucosamine. Again, many athletes that tend to put their body under severe stress, particularly runners with high weight-bearing activities, again, may be able to utilize glucosamine not only for its joint support, but even potentially reducing inflammation, inflammaging, and supporting overall healthy aging. So I would consider glucosamine after reading this research as one of the powerful interventions that we can potentially draw upon to build out a longevity stack. And it would be very interesting to see what would happen to, for example, your biological age versus your chronological age, to see what effects potentially glucosamine has on affecting your biological age. I've personally undergone biological age testing. That's on my website if you're interested in doing that. There's a DNA test kit that looks at your biological age and compares that to your chronological age. So check out that particular product on my website if you're interested. Otherwise, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you learned something new about the very simple, basic, strong safety profile supplement glucosamine. Whether or not you want to include it into your wellness regime, that is entirely up to you. All I'm doing here is presenting the research. As you all know, I love to do this, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.